Hello everybody and welcome back to another Merly on Time. My name is Chris. Thanks so much for checking this video out. If you do like the videos, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate that. Today you can see we have a special edition for my channel, a Watchgang edition, and I'm going to be unboxing my quarterly subscription today. I received it this week. And I am a member of the Black tier quarterly subscription. There are 3 tiers in Watchgang. If you are learning about Watchgang or trying to figure out if you want to join, you've already probably seen some YouTube videos and already know they have 3 tiers: Original, Black, and Platinum. The original tier, all in US funds, $30 a month. The Black tier is $99, and the Platinum tier, which I personally think you would be outside of your mind to join, is $300 US. All of these can be done in either monthly or quarterly. I'm a quarterly subscriber. The watch that I got this time around, I was a little bit underwhelmed. I was hoping to get an automatic movement. I did not. I got another quartz movement. It is a nice looking piece. I have worn it for a couple of days just to get myself acquainted with it. There are some things that I like about it. There are some things definitely I do not like about it, and some more reasons why I may very well not likely get my next quarterly Black tier subscription delivered. I'm not sure 100% yet, but I think I might end up just canceling my subscription to Watchgang. Well, with that, let's flip the camera and have a look at this watch, and I think you'll see why I'm a little bit hesitant to stay on with them. And so let's flip the camera now and have a look at the watch that I got. Okay guys, so here is what I got for my quarterly subscription this month. It is the infrared. And like a good majority of Watchgang unboxings that you will watch, a lot of the time people will say they have never heard of this brand. And it's definitely one of the drawbacks to the subscription service. I have never heard of infrared before. We'll do a bit of a brand history check on the review in just a moment. But before we get to what's in the box, of course, a customary wristwatch check. I am wearing my Casio Duro Marlin. Beautiful watch. It's a 200-meter water-resistant dive watch, screw-down crown, 120-click unidirectional bezel. Amazing watch. I'll be talking about why I chose to wear that watch for this review in just a moment. This also did come, the packaging anyways, with a little, basically cardboard paper sleeve around the box. So, but let's just get right into this, guys. This is what I got this month, and so the watch came with this infrared tag on it, and you can see the MSRP, I should say, $320. I'll talk about that in just a moment as well. It came on this nice pillow. The watch is loose on the pillow now because after I removed the 2 links to fit it to my 7.5-inch wrist, I couldn't really secure it to that after. So anyway, this is the watch, guys. This is the infrared. The model is the Genesis. So let's take care of the dimensions. It is a fairly large case, 46 millimeter case width. Case size. It's 13.9 millimeters thick, basically 14 millimeters thick. Comes on this nice stainless steel bracelet. I do like this bracelet. The bracelet is 22 millimeters at the lugs. It does have a bit of a taper down, and this is one of the things that I really don't like about this watch. Just has this pressed clasp, and actually when you try and put it on the wrist, sometimes it's quite difficult to press it down. It's just not a very good clasp. It doesn't have any of the security pushers to open it, so there's no push button opening. It does have 3 levels, or 4 actually, of micro adjustments, so that part's decent, but the clasp itself is not very nice. It's got the infrared logo on the fold-over safety, and I do like the bracelet in the fact that A lot of the bracelets that you see with this oyster style 3-link bracelet have high polish finish on the middle link. This one has brush polish finish on the middle link and a high polish on the outer links. So I do like that. It is a nice looking piece, and so I wasn't too upset about how it looked. So let's just talk about some of the features. It does have just mineral glass covering the dial, sapphire coated mineral glass. It's got the Seiko VK64 Mecha Quartz movement in it. It is water resistant, 100 meters. And it does have good lume. Now I'll just kind of come in on the dial here for a minute. The lume, you can see the indices. The lume that is on this watch, what looms up? Okay, the hour and the minute hand have good lume on them, as well as the batons around the hour markers. But the numbers don't lume, and the complications on the watch don't lume. I did a lume test on this yesterday, and it lasted 30 minutes plus, so it does have good lume. I'll try and give you a lume shot in a moment. Here you can see the case back, just a screw down case back, Japan chronograph, movement, all stainless steel, 10 bar water resistant. There's your 100 meters of water resistance. The crown does have some branding on it, which would be the letter A in infrared. A little bit odd. It could also be a V, and it is not a screw down crown, just a push-pull crown in this one. And of course it does have a chronograph, so you can see the complication at the 9 o'clock. It has the 60-minute complication to track time. And the second hand for the chronograph is, because this is a Mecha Quartz movement, it is at the 12 o'clock. Now to start the chronograph, you just push in the top pusher, and it is a Mecha Quartz, so you can see that second hand is sweeping a little bit rather than ticking along. And there is one thing that you can notice on this watch, and this is one of the things that I don't like about this watch. There's basically 3 things that I don't like about this watch. If I stop the chronograph, you can see that basically when the chronograph isn't running, and there's nothing else running on the dial of the watch, they don't have a 60-second complication for the actual timekeeping of the watch. Now, the hour and the minute hand do move, but when you look at the watch, and this is just one thing that kind of bugs me, when you look at the watch when the chronograph is not running, there's just nothing happening on the dial. I like to see a little bit of movement on my dial, at least. A 60-second complication at the 6 o'clock would have been something nice to add. And you'll see what I mean. I'll push the chronograph and, there's movement. It's nice to see something moving on your watch. That's just me, and so that's one of the things that I don't like. It does have a nice, because it's the VK64 movement, it does have a nice snapback feature, so when you reset the chronograph, you'll see that second hand just quickly snap back to the 12. There it goes. So that is very nice. One of the other things that I don't like, there's a few. I'll see if I can get this crown pulled out. And this crown, there we go, I pulled it out, and I'm just going to scroll past so you can see the branding here. Infrared at the 12 o'clock, intelligent systems? Intelligent systems? I don't know. I really don't know what that is all about. This is the Genesis. That's what this watch is called. I wouldn't have minded if it said, infrared Genesis, but intelligent systems, I don't know what they're trying to get at there. The other thing that I don't like about this watch is this bezel. It's just a stainless steel bezel with an aluminum insert. You can see it has the directions north, south, east, and west. I actually did have to look up how to use this. When you are outside, there is a way of actually using your analog watch to tell what direction north is. I won't bother showing you that, but the bezel itself is a bidirectional bezel, but I am really reefing on this right now. It's very, very difficult to move. There's no coin edge, to grip the bezel. There are some indents, so I just have to get my fingernail in an indent to move the bezel. So that's not good. That's not good at all. So the bezel, it kind of stinks. And as far as a usable bezel, it's very difficult to use because of how difficult it is to move. It is bidirectional, so I'll see if I can get my fingernail in there to it's difficult to move. There it goes. So it is bidirectional, but because it's north, south, east, west, I mean, I'll never use this bezel for that probably. So it's really more or less for unless you're. Anyway, for me, I'm not going to use the directions on the bezel probably ever. So it's just kind of a useless bezel to me, and it is virtually useless because of how difficult it is to move. So at any rate, there's that part that I don't like. Now, I'm going to show you something I found fairly interesting, and I'm going to show it to you now online. Here it is here. So this is their brand history. This is something that gave me some pause as well. So 2012 is when this company was started. We wanted to build our brand around the Swiss Soprod 813 movement with 1/100th chronograph. Extreme sports and bold watches were our core identity, and we hope to democratize ultra-precise movements to the wider public. Using Swiss movement sounds pretty good. That watch is actually a pretty cool looking watch as well. Then in 2014, infrared was pushed towards even more extreme mechatronic chronographs, and the concept was to provide precise and complex timing for extreme competitions. We went to the groundbreaking Soprod TM16 dual engine modules that could provide 1/100th second timing, good enough for pro racing, again, utilizing probably a Swiss movement. And so far so good. And then this odd 2020, the brand got picked up by new partners, which decided to revamp the entire product line and direction. And in my opinion, it looks like probably they did not brand this in the right direction. And so at any rate, there's another reason why I'm not really into this watch, and I'll share that with you now. But let me show you a quick lume shot. It does have nice lume, but then I'll get to the real problem that I have with the watch as we conclude the video. So here's the lume shot, guys. Here, I'll just activate this a little bit more. And it does have great lume. As I said, I did a test on this yesterday, and it lasted well over 30 minutes. So it does have some nice lume, as you can see on the hour hand, the minute hand, as well as the baton indices around those numbers. And I was still able to tell the time after 30 minutes of activating this. So it does have great lume, and let me just give you a quick shot of it on wrist as well. And here's what the watch looks like on wrist just before we get to the closing thoughts on this watch. So it does have great lume. I hope you could see that a little bit in the lume video I gave you. And this is my 7.5-inch wrist shot of this piece. It's definitely a nice looking piece. I do like how it looks, but there are some things, as I already mentioned, that I wasn't too pleased with, and I'm going to talk about the major one right now. So guys, this is my main beef with this particular watch. You saw earlier on the MSRP of $320. Quite frankly, this watch, there is no way that I would pay $320 for it, nor do I think it's anywhere close to $320. I think it is probably worth $100 US, give or take. But that Casio Duro that I was wearing earlier, I got for like $80 Canadian, and I think it's a better watch. Now, the main issue, and I'm a Canadian, is I paid Canadian for this watch that I got from Watchgang, just under $174, because I had to pay the difference in the currency. So it was $145 for me to buy the watch. $99 US is about 145 Canadian. And then I got nailed at the border with import fees. So the watch that I just showed you, this watch here, I paid $174 for. And there's just no way that I got value for the money I spent. I could have gotten something for less than $100 or around $100 that had a sapphire crystal, that had the same or comparable quality bracelet with a better clasp, with a milled clasp. I mean, I could have gotten a much better watch for the money that I spent. And so in all likelihood, I won't be subscribing to Watchgang any longer. I definitely think I like the watches that I got, but if the manufacturer's suggested retail price is $320, Watchgang is giving it to you for $99. Watchgang has to make a profit of some sort on the watches that they send, and so you already know right away, based on that the watch just isn't worth what you pay for. And if you're Canadian, way not worth it, because of the extra fees that you get dinged for it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, please please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. And remember, whenever you are going out, make sure that you have a great looking piece on your wrist. And wherever you're going, make sure you get there on time. Thanks for watching. God bless you. We'll see you in the next one.